Okay, now we get into punch defense techniques. Now this is going to be a straight punch. You need to practice this both sides. Footwork in these don't matter a whole lot. That's one of the reasons why I've got it. But I'm giving you specific footwork to work with, but you can play with these techniques several different ways and they will work. That's why we use them. The first one is arm bar. Basically, it's the same technique that we used in #1 grab defense technique. But now we're getting into punches using the same thing. It's a very good technique. Okay, go ahead. Okay, we're looking at this a little slower. Now this is #1 phase self-defense. So basically, we're not in a fighting stance. We don't want to get in a fighting stance. We don't want to give our attacker any clues as to that we know any type of martial art or anything. Basically, what it's doing is several different things from here. I'm in a neutral position. He's in a neutral position. We're getting into it. He's going to attack. I have to defend. Not only am I practicing my techniques, but what you got to do. Now we have. When I say straight punch, it's going to be a combination of two things. It will be either a step forward with the opposite foot and opposite hand for a power punch, or step forward with the same foot and same hand and more of a jabbing type punch. So you're going to get both of them, and we're also going to do a hook punch. Now what it is that I want you to look for is what kind of setup. What is he doing to do each one of them? So it's more than just the self-defense technique itself. You got to look at him and try to recognize what kind of body movement, what's his hip, what his eyes are doing, what everything is doing, so you can recognize the attack before it happens. Is he bringing his elbow out too far? Okay, things of that nature. Okay. This one, right now we're using, it's called a right cross, basically a power punch. The guy's stepping through and trying to knock my head off. Okay, let's do it again slowly. I step in and I cam or block parry with both hands. I slap the hands down and a straight knee to the body, the groin, or the leg. It's according on which one's the closest target, but this knee goes straight in. Bash. Then I just step down and spin onto the arm. This leg goes back. I grab under here. I kick this leg out, and we fall, and I situate myself here. Now here's the grabs we went over earlier. Here's one. There's one, or you can even just do this. It does not matter. All of them work as long as your body's into here. His arm is a straight line, shoulder line with his body, and you're leaning forward. For paint. Okay, again, slowly. I'm going to show you this block in a little more detail in just a minute. Slap it down into the #1 knee. Spins around. Now, as you spin around, you can hit with an elbow if you want, but don't try. It's basically the arm bar is what you're really after. It spins. You suck that arm in real tight. Not half tight, but real tight. Okay? Lock it up. Looking at that block a little bit. This is what I'm doing. I'm stepping through, and this number. A lot of mistakes with this, practicing the #1 knee, is this. Okay? Big, wide. It's not necessary. He's not trying to punch me in the shoulder. He's trying to punch me in the head. He's trying to punch me in the stomach area, the solar plexus. He's trying to punch me where it's going to hurt. It's not going to hurt me in the shoulder, but you basically start right inside the shoulder, right here, right where you can see the line of his attack, and bring it down. Just right in and back. Make sure that knee is a straight knee. It's not a round knee. You'd be too far away and off balance to try to do the technique. It has to be a straight #1 knee. This hand does not go way out here and doing this. You basically will leave an opening and the guy might punch you. So it's right in there. Okay? One more time slowly this way. Spin. Okay? This one. What you want to try to accomplish. Grab here, spin out, and drop. Last time. Okay, the next technique we're going to use the guillotine choke. It's a very good choke because a lot of times people will get themselves into it without even trying. And the type strikes that we use in Pitbull Jiu-Jitsu even more so allow that. We like using these a lot. Okay? Basically, we're stepping in with the right foot this time. There's our headbutt, and our elbow comes straight up and slams into the jaw. You push, pull him into the knee, whether it's the body or the face. More so the face than anything, but in practice, just go to the body for safety purposes. Wrap the arm around, take a step back with the right leg so that you're in a square horse to them. Go palm to palm, just like this, using your body as a base, and lock. Making sure your head is down, elbow, wrap, pull, knee, step back, guillotine. As you notice, I'm pulling both on his arm and his neck. Right here. I'm pulling on the arm and the neck. Slam the face right into the knee. Step back, roll, and lock. Okay, last time. Okay, the next technique I call head whip. Okay, now looking at this, make sure that you remember whether it's a right cross or a right jab, it does not matter which punch, you can do all these techniques with. Now we're teaching you basically the only other or more advanced entrance that we use with these techniques. This is called a split entry. It's what we did last technique, plus we're going to be doing this technique. This technique is called the head whip. I cannot go through it real fast at the end of it, as you're going to see why. I'll go as fast as I can for Josh's safety. Okay? Okay. What I'm doing here is I'm coming in, bang, I'm in. I put my body weight on. I elbow to the back. I grab around the face. I grab around the face. I spin around and throw. I'm being nice and letting go of him. You're not supposed to let go of him. You're wanting his body to go one way, his head go the other, and hyperextend or break the neck. Same strike, I strike, here, knee, here. Grab, hook the arm like this, downward over to the back, grab around the face, spin around, called head whip. This way. Now you'll see the grab. Let me explain this a little more to you. Here, I'm just grabbing like this for training, but you're wanting to be digging these two, either one of these two fingers in the eyes or both as you hook on to it. Okay? This is what we're doing for training. You want to keep this arm snugly tight in there as you spin around and throw down to the ground. Okay. Last time. Okay, the next technique is also against a hook punch, and this one we're using a leg block throw. This throw is basically prevalent in a lot of your jiu-jitsu, judo styles, other systems as well too. The difference being between judo and jiu-jitsu, as you're going to find out, is very different. Basically, we're trying to hurt the person without going down to the ground with him. That's pretty much the idea. Okay. Knee strike to the groin as he hits the ground. Okay? slowly. If you also remember, this very same entrance is just like the last technique. Basically, you don't want to practice a lot of different techniques. Just get this one or two down that works very well and add a lot of different endings to it. But it comes here, wrap this leg around as you in close to him and sweep the leg. Step forward and bury your knee into his groin. This is basically what it is that you're doing. While he hits the ground, you're slamming the knee into the groin. While you practice the technique, make sure that you get good control. Another thing that you can add, basically, if you do drop down on the guy's groin, it's going to make his head come up. Finish it off with a punch or a palm strike. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Here, here. See how close I am on him? That's what you want to be. And punch or palm strike. Okay? Because you're already down there with him, you'll finish him off very well. Okay? Step forward, headbutt, elbow, hook, sweep, drop, punch. Go this way with it a couple times. Last time. Drop, punch. Okay, the next technique, we're going to be using outside leg reap, and now we get into a few hook punch techniques. Now, basically, anybody that throws a hook punch on the street usually throws a big wide one, unless you have a skilled boxer on your hands, but the blocking will remain the same. Now I'm going to explain to you the reason why we use our hands like this as we go through these techniques a little at a time. The first one is a outside leg reap. Come forward just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now what we're doing there, always we're trying to use our hands mainly to get the hands out of the way, and we're using other parts of our body. In this case, I'm using my headbutt here to block it slowly. Man, I'm running my head into his face. I put the arm down in as I push forward on the arm. I leg reap and I palm strike. Okay, now what we're going to do is explain this a little bit. Remember earlier when we was doing the straight punches, why we didn't want to go like this? That is just the reason for throw another hook punch slowly. If I go like that and do this, I might just swat it right into my face. I don't want that to happen. But so basically what I'm doing is I'm aiming to the shoulder, and if he throws the straight punch, I just got to go here. If he throws the hook, I got to just leave it there. But I'm inside the punching arm, and I'm using my head as the weapon. That's basically why we use it, because it covers both the straight and hook punches. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this technique again slow, but I'm going to give you two finishing locks that I want you to practice with this technique. This one's the first one. Okay, once you get down, you palm strike him. You're going to drop down on the rear knee, lock him up into the first lock, the figure four arm bar. Okay, basically it should be in an angle. You reach down, you push forward on the shoulder so he cannot reach around and grab you. And this action with a hand, this is what I'm doing right there. Push and lock. But it needs to be right even in a diagonal down across the elbow. And the hand is in the armpit, squeeze tightly and lock. Okay? Do it again. Headbutt. Hand goes down, leaning forward. There's reap, palm strike, down and lock. Okay? The next one is basically a what if. That we go down, the guy's fighting with you, his arm bends a little bit. Once we get down here, the arm bends, you just basically do the same thing. Okay? Right there. Okay? Now we got a what if for this. Then we go down and he starts moving his feet around to get away from the pain. All you do is switch knees and put this foot over there, press the head down. Okay, that way he cannot move around because his leg's in the way. And you just turn until it slaps out. Okay? Just follow him around, switch your legs, push your head down and turn. Okay, last time.
Yeah.